All right. And we are live. Welcome back with Murphy Mack. Welcome to the next episode of the Fitness Beginner Podcast. Today we are going to talk about the topic of the common fear of public gyms, like the fear of the intimidation factor of public gyms. A lot of people have this when they're first starting out in their fitness journey. I mean, it's very common, and I understand why people have it. And honestly, I think it makes a lot of people not actually stick to their fitness journey because they can't ever figure out how to kind of overcome it or find ways to kind of cope with it. But if people would just get through like the first stages of that kind of intimidation factor and they would just get in the gym and actually do it, they would become more comfortable. And this really wouldn't be a problem. It's just kind of like at the beginning. People kind of have this fear at the beginning. So once you get past that initial hump, then it's kind of easy. But before we get into it, I just want to let y'all know we are live on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitch. So if you've listened before, I stream all of my podcast episodes live. That way people can tune in with me and listen while I'm doing it live, and I can get some feedback from y'all. Or if y'all have any questions or anything, we can kind of do it as we go. But no, if you're watching on the audio only replay, I appreciate you. You can listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, pretty much any podcasting service that's out there. So yeah, give me a review. I really appreciate it. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know what I can do to improve, or if you have any other podcast ideas that you would like me to do a podcast on, please let me know. I'm open to any and all feedback. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop into the topic today, and that's intimidation of the fear, or like the fear of going into the public gyms. So ways to kind of cope with this or to help overcome this fear is, first, what you want to do is you want to understand the fear. Like, why are you having this fear? What's causing it? And many people have this fear because they kind of find the gym overwhelming. Like when you walk into a room, most of the time they got music playing or it's loud, there's people in there talking. It's kind of has like an overwhelming feel, if that makes sense. And most people get overwhelmed because they don't really know what they're doing. Like they see all these people in there, they're doing their own little thing. They look like they know what they're doing. They've probably been in the gym for years, so they have experience. They know what workouts they're doing and things, so it makes them look like they're very experienced. And beginners or new people they feel like they have no clue what they're doing. So it kind of has, that's where you can kind of get that intimidation factor from. But you just got to realize that all those people in there that are in that gym, they started in your same shoes. They started in the same situation you did. Like they didn't know what they were doing when they first started too. They just learned. They got in and put the reps in and they learned. So that's what you're gonna have to do too. You gotta do the same thing. I mean, it's just like anything else you do in your life. You're not gonna know what you're doing at first, and you just develop those skills over time of knowing what to do. So also, you can see the machines in there. There's all kinds of different machines. You probably don't know how to use most of the machines, and they can look kind of funky and intimidating because they got all kinds of arms and weights and stuff moving everywhere. You may not know what's going on, so that can be kind of frustrating too, not knowing what the machines do or how to use them properly. So a little tip about most of the machines. I can't speak for every gym, but most gyms have on the machines. There's like a little diagram on the machine that will tell you how to use it. It'll have a description of what to do and why you're doing it, and then I also have like a little picture of like how to do the movement. So sometimes they're self-explanatory because you can only move the machines in certain ways, but sometimes they're not. So that's why it's good to have those little diagrams to show you kind of how to use the machine. So yeah, when you understand the fear, just remember that everybody started in the same place you started at. Nobody was born going in there just killing workouts, knowing exactly what to do, knowing what every piece of equipment does. All right, number 2. So how can you like overcome this fear? How can you overcome that feeling of being intimidated? Well, one way to do this is to educate yourself. Watch some videos on YouTube or read some books about exercises, about fitness, about different equipment. about how to do like different cardio machines, things like that. Educate yourself. Look it up. There's so many different exercises you can do in the gym, and you'll probably never learn all of them, but just start learning the basics, like the basic movements. Learn the machines that are in your gym specifically. So, because every gym's going to be a little different. But yeah, most gyms have the same like staple machines and staple weights. So get familiar with what a barbell is. Get familiar with what a weight plate is. Get familiar with dumbbells, things like that. Like literally type in on YouTube fitness for beginners or something like that. I don't know. Or whatever equipment you're trying to use, just look it up. Learn, read a book. There's all kinds of stuff you can do to educate yourself. Also, you need to educate yourself on what types of workouts you want to do, like how to stack different workouts on top of each other to make a complete workout. So you want to build like your workout routine basically. So you need to educate yourself on that as well. So that way you're not just in there doing two totally different workouts that have nothing to do with each other. Like they're not going to complement each other. So yeah, just learning more about general fitness knowledge is a good place to start when you're going into the gym, because you don't just want to be doing random stuff, because it's probably not going to help you. It's not going to benefit you at all. So yeah, this will kind of give you a purpose and a direction when you get into the gym, rather than you just running around like a chicken with your head cut off. So another way to feel more comfortable is to bring a friend. This is a big one. Find you an accountability partner, a friend that wants to work out, or a friend that has already been working out and they kind of know what they're doing. So then you can learn from them. They can kind of teach you. Or if they don't know what they're doing, y'all can learn together. And it makes the journey a lot more enjoyable if you have somebody to do it with. And I like having a friend there because y'all can kind of push each other too. Like y'all can make each other get that one extra rep, or y'all can, I don't know, go that extra mile on the treadmill or something. You kind of have that accountability partner, and it's good to have somebody there to push you. I know I feed off of other people's energy if they're yelling at me to get it up, like that helps me out a lot. So it's nice to have somebody there for you. Yeah, it can make you like less intimidated, and you have somebody to talk to. Like in between sets, y'all can chat it up, and you don't feel like alone in there. You're not just all by yourself, because most people in the gym, they've been in there for years, so they kind of know everybody in there, and they're kind of talking to each other, so they feel more comfortable. And you may feel left out because you don't necessarily know everybody in there. So it's good to have somebody to talk to. If you don't have a friend or don't have nobody in there, consider taking a workout class. So most gyms have some kind of like fitness classes, and most of the time they have pretty good amount of people in them. So those are a good way to like make friends or just get into like the fitness community basically. So join you a class. There's all kinds. They got spin classes, yoga classes, like body pump classes, all kinds of things you can do. Just find one that you like and do it, or try all of them out. So that's kind of how those are good little tricks to how to overcome like that fear of going into the gym. And then last, what you want to do is you just want to embrace the journey. And notice I said journey, because it's not going to be short. It takes a long time. Like you can't just work out for a month and expect to see results. It's just not like that. It's called a fitness journey for a reason, because you literally do it. You should be doing it for the rest of your life, basically. So remember that everybody's journey is different. Nobody starts on the same page. Everybody's different. Everybody has different goals. Everybody's not in there. There may be people in there trying to lose weight. There may be people in there trying to gain muscle. It's all different. So don't compare yourself to anybody else. Don't judge anybody else for doing their own thing. Some people may progress faster than others. I mean, they learn faster. Some people's muscles develop faster. It's all different. And it's okay. Don't like I said, don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 10, because you're just not on the same page. It's important to focus on your own progress. Don't get so caught up in comparing yourself to others. Just focus on yourself and embrace the journey, and you'll be good. Also, don't be afraid to ask for help. Yeah, that big scary dude in the gym lifting all the weight, he may be scary, but he's very knowledgeable. I guarantee you, he's very knowledgeable. And most of the time, he will be willing to help. Most people in the gym, they like to help other people because they want other people to enjoy fitness the way they do. So you may go ask the big scary dude, hey, how do I use this piece of equipment here? I can almost guarantee you he would love to help you. Not all big meathead dudes in the gym are rude, I promise. Most of them are nice. You just can't be intimidated to ask for help. Or most gyms have personal trainers. Ask a personal trainer. Or any of the employees for that matter, any of the employees in the gym, just ask them for help. Hey, how do I use this piece of equipment? Or what workout should I do to hit this certain muscle group? Just simple things like that. People would love, most trainers, like personal trainers, employees, or just anybody in the gym really would probably help you out. So these are things that can kind of help you get started. You can also get somebody to help you with a workout plan. So like writing out your whole entire workout. Ask somebody. Or what I would do is, I still do this today sometimes, look up a workout on the internet or on YouTube and literally just copy the workout. Now you have to do this. You have to be careful when you do this because a lot of people, influencers and stuff that post their workouts, they've been doing it for years. So they're pretty advanced. So you got to be careful with some of the movements that they're doing because it may not be suited for a beginner, if that makes sense. So just be careful. Practice your technique. Don't try to do a lot of weight. Don't do no ego lifting. Start with lightweight until you get the technique down right, and then you can increase the weight over time because you don't want to get injured. If you get injured, then you can't go work out anyway. So there's no point in not doing it the correct way. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. It wasn't a very long one, but I know this is a big common fear that a lot of people have, and I hate that this is the case because it scares a lot of people away from actually embracing the journey and actually sticking to it because they just get scared. They don't know what to do. They think other people's looking at them or making fun of them. But you got to remember, the gym is a positive place. So like everybody in the gym is there to work on themselves. So you can't make fun of somebody or laugh at somebody for getting in there and better themselves. I would never ever make fun of somebody from getting in the gym and working out or laughing at them or something like that, because they're in there to better themselves. They're getting better. They're losing weight. They're building muscle. They're getting more healthy. So like, how can you make fun? Like, you can't make fun of somebody because they're trying to better their life. That just don't make sense to me. And yeah, I would love to help people. If I see people doing something wrong, I may say, hey, you mind if I kind of help you out with this exercise or something to that effect? I'm very careful if I do something like that because some people don't like for you to help them because I think you're just telling them they're doing it wrong or whatever. But I try to do it. If I am, I'm trying to do it politely and just say, hey, there may be a better way for you to do this, because a lot of people don't realize that you can get injured very easily in the gym when you're lifting a lot of weight and you're putting your body in weird positions that your body's not used to being in. It's very prone for injury, especially if you're using a lot of weight on them. So you kind of need to know how to do the technique right. So that's why it's important to ask for help. Don't just try to do something that you don't really know what you're doing, because it may not end up very well. Yeah, you just got to remember, the gym is somewhere to improve physically and mentally. So don't let the fear of public gyms or any gym for that matter hold you back. Embrace the journey. Focus on your progress, and over time, you will feel more comfortable in the gym. It's gonna take time. You're not just gonna hop right in there and get going and not be intimidated. It'll take time. You'll get more comfortable. The more you go in there, the more you'll recognize people's faces. The more other people recognize you. The more you'll learn about all the different types of exercises. You'll learn more about your technique. So you just gotta do it. You gotta put in the reps. Just practice. That's all it takes. And you will eventually overcome this fear, and it'll be like, you'll come in the gym and it'll be like your family in there basically. Because you'll see the same people in there basically every day. I mean, unless you go to a big giant gym, but which is the case sometimes. So yeah. That's all I got. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I enjoyed it. I hope y'all learned something from this. Don't be scared of the gym. It's not that scary of a place, I promise. People would love to help you. Peace, love, protein. We out.